This is a tale of how Kobe Bryant nearly became near and dear to my heart and away from her heart, a Chicago Bull. Here's what Kobe told Shaq on NBA TV about him being insulted and possibly leaving.
We were looking for homes.
Right.
We were actually looking for homes in Chicago, researching schools, places to live.
So that was true, you were gonna go to the Bulls?
Yeah, there was a story in ESPN, I think it was ESPN magazine, and they asked you a question about me and Penny. And you said that we're essentially the same. And I looked at that and I said, no, we're not. But yet, this is the argument people will make, and I'm not okay with that. And so therefore, I knew, okay, I gotta go. We were looking for places in Chicago, man. We're flying up there to meet with Reinsdorf and
You
Paxson.
want to leave sunny California to go to cold-ass Chicago.
Vanessa signed off on moving out to, I think it was Lake Forest.
How do you feel about that, Miss Laker fan?
Honest-
Lakers Nation.
All right. No, honestly, like, I understand his reasoning for it, and it's very Kobe-like. It's very Kobe-like in the sense where he doesn't want to be the number 2 person, even if he.
Shield your eyes! Oh my God! Shield your eyes! No!
I mean, more like, let me pop the dream that could have been for you. No, but in all seriousness, like he's never been a number 2 guy. He doesn't like being number 2, and it's kind of like one of those. I feel like Kobe was just trying to reinvent himself at that point, and he felt the best way, and then the most successful way for him to do it was to just go across the nation, which wouldn't have been a bad idea for his brand. I'm glad that he didn't though, because then after that he got a call that from Pelinka, and he was like, "Yeah, Shaq's gonna get going."
Yeah.
Which was great.
And the Lakers obviously couldn't lose.
I mean, let me rephrase that. Let me rephrase that. It's not great that Shaq left. It's unfortunate because we would have had a successful run with both of them still. But I do understand Kobe's frustration. It's very Kobe-like, his mentality. He didn't want to be under Shaq. He didn't want to be in conversations where it's like, well, without Shaq, even though he still had those conversations.
Right.
But I feel like it really drove him into, that feeding onto that championship mentality that he had, that Black Mamba mentality.
For all the NBA historians, here's what happened. The Lakers had struggled through their first 2 seasons without Shaquille O'Neal. The war of words that played out in the media made Bryant feel like Lakers brass was blaming him for breaking up LA's own dynasty. Bryant did not hide his desire to be traded. At the onset of summer 2007, Kobe was all over the radio and TV saying he was done with the Lakers, who had just been eliminated in the first round by the Suns. Kobe was walking through a mall parking lot when a couple of fans approached him and begged him to stay in LA. "Get a Bulls uniform, fellas," is what Kobe said. So here's where it gets juicy. A source with knowledge of the trade talks via ESPN in 2007 said Luol Deng has been included in proposals swapped between the teams. Kobe has continually threatened to veto almost any deal in which Deng would be included. He wanted to play with him at the time. Kobe wants to be sure that the team he joins has enough talent remaining to compete for a title. The source said talks between teams had stagnated, though by no means were dead. While the difficulties involved in the deal, making the salaries match, trying to trade players, 15-man rosters continued to be formidable, the Bulls remained determined to pursue every avenue toward acquiring Kobe. As ESPN.com reported on Saturday, well, that was in 2007, the Lakers had asked for Luol Deng, Tyrese Thomas, Ben Gordon, and Joakim Noah.
Interesting.
That would literally kill any deal that would get Kobe there. And via NBA.com, Kobe went around town in a Bulls uniform, everybody. Here he is in one locker room. Here he is at dinner as well. To hear it from the horse's mouth that this nearly happened because of something that Shaq said, but not only that. There were so many more things that happened with their relationship. This will go down as one of the biggest what-ifs in Bulls history. Because look, as a Bulls fan, I can safely say the team has not recovered since Jordan. We haven't won a single championship. The best that we had was when Derrick Rose won Rookie of the Year, and then the Bulls were the #1 seed in the East. And I called it happening. The Bulls got eliminated in the playoffs by LeBron James and Miami Heat because all it took was LeBron switching onto Derrick Rose. He took him out of the game completely. So this is one of the biggest what-ifs for not only the Bulls franchise, but also for Kobe and Shaq, because it is basically what could have happened if they mended the relationship and stuck together.
What could have happened if they stayed together?
More championships.
Oh,
Like,
right.
like Kobe won 5,
Yeah.
right? Shaq won 4. They could have won 6 or 7.
You know what's interesting about this is that Kobe followed Jordan's shoes, right? And in his eyes, he's like, okay, well, if it's not working out with LA, I'm gonna go to Chicago. Not taking into account, obviously, like, you know, like Shaq mentioned playfully, like the weather conditions and the life, like you're basically giving up and you're changing completely. And he's like, yeah, you know, this is exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn a new leaf and I'm gonna continue my legacy there. Interesting, and not to say that at all. I don't want it to sound like I'm saying that LeBron is following Kobe's footsteps, but Kobe leaving LA and leaving the legacy that he did, and then LeBron adding to the legacy. It's almost like what Kobe would have done to the Chicago legacy, in the sense where like he's adding to the legacy that Jordan left behind.
I disagree on this front. How I view LeBron is how I view Cristiano Ronaldo. He won with Manchester United. He was like, I'm good. Goes to Real Madrid.
Right.
Wins with Real Madrid.
Right.
He leaves Real Madrid, the Bernabeu, their first game had like a record low attendance for their opening match. Goes to Juventus and is like, I want to win in Italy now. That's how I view LeBron. He brought greatness to Cleveland. He won in Miami. And now he wants to bring Showtime back to the Lakers, who, let's be honest, haven't rebounded since Kobe.
Yeah.
So I think he just like, it's a little different. I understand what you're saying.
Right.
But I think he just wants to have the diverse profile and resume of being like, I won here, I won here, I won here. And that's a pretty damn good legacy, if you ask me.
Oh, so good. But in a sense, like you're right. He wants to add that to his legacy is already great. The fact that he was able to like transform different franchises. But he could have gone to any other franchise.
He could have.
So I feel like the fact that he's adding to a franchise that's already been successful. Chicago has history of being successful because of the Jordan era, where Kobe would have essentially, in that what if moment, added to that legacy. I feel like it's something that we're seeing now, and we'll see now in the season, depending on how it pans out.
And we will see all of you at youtube.com/TYT Sports. If you made it to the end of this video, mazel tov. If you want to see more, hit the bell and hit subscribe. Why don't you?